talking to the Dean of the School of Engineering, Technology, and Computer Science at Tennessee State University, Dr. Hargrove. And let's, Dean, pick up where we left off the last time and have you to say a few words about the School of Engineering, Technology, and Computer Science at Tennessee State University and what you plan on doing as the Dean of that particular institution.
Well, I'm always willing to talk about my college.
Good.
Absolutely. The last point I was making was that in the state of Tennessee, there are about 9,500 graduates in engineering. I'm sorry, in terms of enrolled, but only about 1,450 that graduate. The good thing is that number, you know, there's an opportunity to increase that, and that's one of my primary reasons why I went into education, to play a role in some way to graduate students, to make it more diverse, and to prepare graduates to make an impact in this country when it comes to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The College of Engineering, Technology, and Computer Science at Tennessee State University is a rich college. It's over half a century old. We have 4 accredited engineering programs: architecture engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering, all accredited and outstanding programs. We also have a Department of Computer Science and a Department of Aeronautical and Industrial Technology, where our students can learn to fly, and many of them have done that. So there are 6 outstanding programs in the college that I lead, and I'm very fortunate because I not only have some outstanding faculty in that college, but also some outstanding students. And, you know, I recall back in my student days under Dr. Fred Humphreys, the culture and the environment of being at TSU, a culture of a desire and to succeed. And again, as I alluded to earlier, to transform students irrespective of their background or where they come from.
It really doesn't matter where they came from,
that's right,
or where they're going.
Yes, sir.
That's important. I think you indicate, you demonstrate that.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, I call it...
We all do in a real sense. I demonstrate that. Yes, go on.
I call it an opportunity to unleash your unknown potential. And it's really that passion that I have that I really wanted to come back at TSU and do those things. And so, you know, with the programs that we have, you know, the college, I've laid out a pretty aggressive strategic plan. And we have the support of the university environment. Dr. Johnson has been very supportive. The president of TSU has been very supportive in hiring me and laying out a roadmap to move my college forward. Very quickly, if I can, I lay out the strategic plan for my college in what I call the 3 A's: access, affordability, and attrition. The access is focused on recruiting students from community colleges, high schools, and having an outstanding summer pre-college program. We have 4 summer pre-college programs that help students prepare to go to college, as well as for middle school and high school to expose them to the STEM areas and disciplines. So that's the access to attract students and let them know that these are the type of careers you can go toward. The affordability is focused on how do we attract scholarships as well as research. In the past year that I've been here, we've been able to attract a number of major research grants from the National Science Foundation. Dr. Maria Thompson, the Vice President of Research and Sponsored Programs, has been very supportive of our college. And we partner with a number of other units on the campus and attracted close to $5 million in just 1 year alone to support students, as well as the infrastructure and the facilities and scholarships for the students that are in our college.
And so you get the whole thing, not only the scholarship for the students, but also buildings and other equipment and all of those things that help to... State-of-the-art equipment. And in fact, a recent grant from the National Science Foundation
will be used to develop what is called a Tiger Institute. And this will be a state-of-the-art set of laboratories that's focused in cybersecurity, materials research, virtual and augmented reality, and sensor networking. So these will be 4 state-of-the-art labs supported by the Air Force Research Lab, Boeing, and several other major companies like Raytheon and others, you know, such that our students are trained and be exposed to the state-of-the-art technology. And the last A, the attrition, is of course focused on how do we minimize students dropping out, that pipeline that I talked about earlier, by providing a quality education, and encouraging our faculty to do better advising, and as students matriculate through the process, we're doing the right things to retain them, such that they graduate from the time they get there and to the time they graduate. So the 3 A's, access, affordability, and attrition, that's our strategic approach for our college. Now, our overall goal is to create what we call the global engineer. And the global engineer has 3 traits: to be technically competent, okay, and demonstrate excellence, to have leadership skills, which include communication as well, and we're promoting that our students have a life or language experience outside of the U.S. That may be taking a foreign language or even a study abroad experience. I had a fantastic opportunity this past May to travel with about 10 students to China.
I heard of that China.
Yes,
Why don't you say something about the impact that they had?
Obviously, one of the most incredible experiences of my life, but as well as the students. And this was a program out of the Research and Sponsored Programs Unit under Dr. Thompson, and Mr. Mark Brinkley is also coordinated that program. And so the goal was to expose TSU students to a cultural enrichment activity in a foreign country. And so we were hosted by a university over there in China. And so we visited, we spent a little more than 2 weeks over there in Shanghai, Beijing, as well as Hong Kong.
That must have been an experience, just the sight of all of it.
Unbelievable, Dr. Haney. I mean, you know, I just can't begin to express how eye-opening it was. You know, a lot of students, you know, spend most of their time in the same city or in the same state, and they very rarely get an opportunity to go outside the country. But our idea of the global engineer is not only you have the knowledge, skills, and abilities of your engineering discipline, but you have an appreciation, awareness that you can also compete with any other engineers across this globe. And so when I say global engineer, that's a person who can go anywhere in this world and be able to be technically competent, have outstanding leadership skills, and appreciate other cultures. That is the person that is marketable in today's and tomorrow's economy, and I believe that is the type of person that the U.S. needs to compete in order to graduate people for that STEM workforce.
And you still see the attrition, and I talk about this all the time, because I think that if we could get a handle on those students who are leaving before receiving a degree, I think that would really increase the number of students who are actually graduating, if, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Nationally, Dr. Haney, the graduation rate in college is only about 55%. In the state of Tennessee, it's the graduation rate, 6-year graduation rate, is only about maybe 52 or 53%. We've got to do better.
That's almost half of the students
so
that come in.
We're losing half the students, exactly. And so we as educational institutions have to be more accountable and do the things to try to have more graduates out and graduate with degrees.
We're coming to the end of this show for today, Dean, and let me thank you for all of that excellent information, but it's time to go. I think we've got about 20 seconds to go, but you gave us such valuable and such important information in reference to what is going on in Tennessee State University, as well as the status of minorities in science, engineering, math, and technology, and we certainly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you, and good morning.